Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. This is your home girl. Oh, baby, Bobo Sana Full with the County York. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. We are in the motherfucking house. We're in the motherfucking house. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. And I have something to say. I'm going to say it in Swahili. I'm not going to say it in Spanish. I might say some stuff in Spanish. I might say some stuff in English. It's three different languages: English, Swahili, Spanish. English, Swahili, Spanish. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. I am your homegirl. Arabia Barbosa, the 914, Western County, York, the BT 1000, the only original BT 1000 in the sector. Have no idea where everyone else went, but shout out to the chat. Those that are not here will catch the playback. Those that are here, like and share the video. Get the message out. Get the message out. Shout out to the chat, please. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Uka tari kula. Unataka kula nini? Twende zetu. Kuja na mimi kula chakula. Karibu ni umbani kewango. Kuvutu kita. Kachini. Kumpumzika. Unakaribishwa. Kufarahishe. It is what it is. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yo, DJ Cleveland always comes in. Always comes in. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for coming over, DJ Cleveland. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, DJ Cleveland. But I'm doing this video real quick, real quick. I'm not going to be here that long. I'm not going to be here that long. I hope everyone can hear me. Hope everyone can hear me. Shout out to the chat. I am your homegirl. I am the BT 1000 in the sector. I am the Jeeba Creeper on this shit. I am Lucy the Vampire. I am the German Shepherd in the goddamn room. Sometimes I go live vertical. After this live, I might go vertical. I'm not a Quamite. I'm not a rabbit. I'm not an outlaw. I'm not a sniper. I'm from Soda Nation. The BT 1000, the only one in the sector. The original. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Soulfly! Thank you for coming in, baby girl. Thank you for coming in. Shout out to you. Can you hear me good? Can you hear me good? I'm not going to be here that long, but I am going to say some words that people don't want me to say. Keep the change. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. I think it's afternoon now. Okay, I'm good. Soulfly, I'm good. Any of y'all want to hit the link? You can. But I know some of you are afraid to hit the link. I'm being ostracized as a lesbian woman looking for other women. I don't need to do that. I do that in my real life. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Birdman is gone, but New York Harlem is different. He came to this house the other day. He complained about Birdman. He complained about him. He said that Birdman stole me away from him. But New York Harlem wasn't doing shit for me, was it? Birdman did. And me and Birdman had a toxic relationship. We had domestic violence going on. We was not friendly with each other all the time. This man that came to my house the other day, he's a good friend of mine, but we ain't gonna never see eye to eye. He hates the fact that I speak Spanish. He hates the fact that I speak Swahili. He hates that. Birdman loved it. Birdman loved it. Shout out to the chat. I will, DJ Cleveland, when you go live. Maybe you can get the message out. But we're going to talk about this thing about domestic violence. We're going to talk about sexual abuse. We're going to talk about psychological warfare on this channel. That's why they call me the BT1000. Because I talk about stuff that other people might not be conscious to talk about it. They might not be conscious to talk about it. Soulfly, you have been conscious. Sis been conscious. A Supernova been conscious. Brown Skin Lady was conscious about certain things in this sector. I'm not perfect. I'm not God Almighty. But I'm going to end this video. I'm not going to be up here that long. I'm going to end the video on a good note. On a good note. Shout out to my YouTube creators. Shout out to my subscribers. I'm getting ready to have a Cash App giveaway. And the next, week? Next week. Cash App giveaway. And it's going to be a riddle. It's going to be a riddle. So people got to be prepared. I'm not going to do nothing right away. I'm not going to give you no hints. We're going to be about. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I know I'm not perfect. Never will be. I will never be God Almighty. I am a part of the universe. All of us are a part of the universe, regardless of what race we in, or what ethnic background we got, what kind of language we speak. We are part of the universe. But as long as we are on this app, in the sector, we are part of the in-between. And only a few of you know what the in-between is. Only a few of you know what that is. Shout out to the chat. Domestic violence is not good, but it does happen. It's a reality. In white people home, black people home, Hispanic home, Arabic home. When you go to them Arabic countries, shout out to the chat. It's a different story. I've had women in my life come from the Arabic countries and say they cannot go back home because they would be, I'm not going to say the word, because of their life choices that they made. Shout out to the chat. We all make our life choices. And sometimes your life choices affects other people. It disturbs other people's life. But when you go to that fucking penitentiary, you think your problems are solved because you are locked up. You thought you was the problem. All my life, I thought I was the problem. I thought I was the situation. I thought I was the circumstance. When I went, then people's lives didn't get no better. They waited for me to get out. Now, all the people that was important in my life at that time, all of them are dead. All of them. So if I get in trouble with the law Ain't nobody here to bail me out of jail. Ain't nobody to talk to the lawyer. Ain't nobody there to talk to the judge. I'm by myself. I'm alone. I'm alone. And I'm good with that. But I'm going to shut down this video since nobody went there, hit the link and make this a conversation. Everyone is afraid. You're all afraid. And I see the fear. I understand the fear. I cannot address it. I cannot soothe it. I cannot make it better. The only thing I can do is be me. I can't be nobody else but me. I can't tell nobody else's story but my own story. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. 914 Worcester County, New York. We still in South Carolina. We closing out this video. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I hate the Kwamites from the bottom of my Cape Verdean heart. 5-generation New Yorker. And now I went on the television and had to see all these news. Then I started pulling up documentaries about Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court judge that's sitting on the judgeship of the Supreme Court. He's there. You know why? I'm going to tell you why he's there. He's there because somebody picked him. He grew up in a situation where there was, and there still is, a situation where Black people will discriminate against each other. I remember years ago when I met my father. My biological father, and we sat there and we talked about racial discrimination. We talked about the dynamics that happens in the Black community. He said, Raven, go into the house, get a paper bag, bring it out, put it on the stoop right there. He said, you put your arm there on one side, I'll put my arm on the other side. You know, we didn't pass the brown bag situation. We were too dark. He said, baby, I'm teaching you a lesson. I'm teaching you something. Probably wasn't said when you were growing up. Probably was not said. It was not said out loud. Shout out to the chat. Put the brown paper bag up. I failed the test. He failed the test. We got people in our family, in my family right now, can pass the brown paper bag test. Some of them are lighter than the brown bag. Shout out to the chat. They passed the test because we got a lot of colorism going on in our community. Got a lot of colorism going on in our community. We got that bullshit. If you got good hair, my hair, when I grow my shit out, waves. That's a problem in the Black community. When I grow it out long, it's a problem. I cut it off. I cut my hair. I shave my hair on camera sometime. I don't give a fuck because I know what's going on in the Black community. I know what I had to face when I was a young child, growing up in Westchester County, New York. And there were some people that knew my father, some people that knew my mother. They knew who my biological parents were, but would never tell me where these people lived. Shout out to the chat. I remember a lot of that. I remember me and my brother coming home from school, and we would go on 3rd Avenue, not bothering nobody. As long as we was around the pimps and the prostitutes and the drug dealers, we were okay. But when we got to a certain part, then we became niggas. We became highbirds. We became the enemy because they knew who my father was. They never accepted my father. They called my father different names. They never said that he was a black man. They said he was Puerto Rican. They said he was Dominican. Then later on, I found out people say he was from Costa Rica. My father was from this fucking country. Born here, raised here. He left out of the world thinking because of his natural looks, he was never accepted. Never accepted. That's why I shave my hair off. That's why I don't have my hair like the way. Okay, let's say I was to grow a 360-degree wave pattern in my hair. Combing. When that shit grows out, it becomes a whirlwind of hair. According to some people, beautiful black hair. What is beautiful in the black community? Not thick lips, not a wide nose, not nothing. Unless you accept it in certain circles, certain circumstances. I was in South Carolina a couple of years ago. This is way before I moved to New York. And we went to a bar. Nobody can get in if you have black skin. You could only get in if you look white. One of my sisters, she looked white. A Creole woman. Shout out to the chat. But she's not Creole. We grew up in the same house together as sisters. Later on down the line, I found out she was a biological relative. A cousin. Shout out to the chat. Oh, we gonna talk about this shit. I get political on my channel. Sometimes some people are not prepared for it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And this thing with the takeover, the makeover, who's doing this, who's doing let me tell you something. I only support a few YouTube creators in the sector. We all share the same subs. We all share the same people. We all share the same circles. Shout out to the chat. That's a reality. That is a fucking reality. And it's never going to stop happening. And sometimes we call each other out. We do. I've been called out plenty of times. Plenty of times. I'm good with that. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to even the ghost watchers. Shout out to those that just came in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for typing in. That's showing that you got a lot of heart, a lot of courage. A lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to come over here. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Y'all have an awesome day. Yes, and I need to visit New York once again. If I can do what New York City, Harlem told me to do, I'll be on a regular job, paying job. Only thing I got to do is stack the money. Pay the bill, pay the rent, pay whatever I need to pay, and then go on to New York. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. Peace.